My name's Ben. These headphones aren't actually doing anything, and welcome to Cyclocross Chats. These are going to be really short conversations with my friends in the cyclocross world and beyond. I want to take you into this crazy, weird, awesome sport and the people who are in it. We're all here because we love it, and you deserve to know more than just a podium interview. Maghalie and David are some of the hardest working folks in cycling. I've been watching their career for years, and I model my own communication off of what they do. It's so impressive to see. And this year, they're doing a full tour and a book and shirts. The hustle is insane. So I wanted to sit down with them, have a chat. I hope you like it.
All right, one last bite, and then I'm full on. It's like a short track. You gotta get like the last little
Right before.
last little fuel right before.
Yeah. All right, we are here with Maghalie and David, and we're just gonna get right into it.
Right into it.
You're not even done chewing your.
That's okay.
Your
Dave
gel
can start.
right yet.
Dave can start.
Dave can start. Okay. Do you race with gloves or no gloves, ideally?
Always gloves.
Yes. Okay, I can take it. He doesn't actually wear gloves. He doesn't race.
Hey, you never know. You coach racers. That's an opinion.
I always wear glove, and I always tell people to wear glove. And I'll give you a 30-second story. One year she crashed in a group ride, and she did something to her hand that they call degloving. And so when all the skin rips off the hand completely, and the surgeon said if you weren't wearing gloves, you would never be riding bikes ever in your whole life. So kids, wear gloves.
Kids, wear gloves. Do you prefer morning rides or evening rides?
Morning.
Do you... What's your favorite tire tread right now?
Right now, the challenge chicane because it's so warm and dry and fast.
And you're going tubeless with
Right,
that?
right now, tubeless. Yes.
Okay. And I had one more. What? You wake up on a race day. What's your perfect conditions? What are you so excited to race?
I wake up and it's gray and raining outside.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah?
Love it. It gets me excited.
David, what about you?
Same. Because
Yeah.
I know she's excited, and I know I'm going to be busy, and I know the decisions we're going to make are going to make a difference. So same, 100%.
Cool. This episode of Cyclocross Chats is sponsored by me. It's a lot of work, but I really want to see these things in the universe. If you also want to see these things in the universe, holla at your boy. Let's try to build this thing. So thanks again, me. One thing that I've enjoyed about you guys, as someone who also has a hustle to make things happen, is that, and maybe people don't realize just how much hustle you guys have. It's pretty insane. My 30-second story. Oh,
Mia wants to be part of it.
Yeah. We raced Dublin,
Yeah.
and then we're on the plane to go to Italy the next morning, and I look through the seats, and you're already typing up your like
True.
newsletter.
Yeah.
And then either that night or the next morning, the newsletter was posted with photos ready to go. And we're also out here at the CX Fever Tour, which I'll give you a quick second to talk about. And there's merch, there's a book, there's samples,
A dog.
there's a dog, there's a whole thing. And I would love to hear, well, first, wanted to shout you out.
Thank you.
It's really impressive
Thank
to
you.
see, and it's something that I model myself after when I'm looking out at doing stuff. So I want to hear about the CX Fever Tour. Why now?
Why now? I think now because there's a few reasons. After the last couple of years were not my best years in terms of health, in terms of mental health. Then I started losing a bunch of sponsors. I felt like the state of our sport was kind of deteriorating a little bit, and I considered stopping. I was wondering if it was time for me to stop, and then I realized that actually I still love it. I still love the lifestyle. I still love the sport. And I also didn't want to finish on the last couple of years that I had, which were not the most positive, and like mostly because of myself, you know. And I think in those years, like the last 2 years, what we would do is we would fly in the race to the races at the last possible moment, do the race, and fly out.
Yeah.
And I feel like in that way, we're not really contributing anything to the community. We're not really part of it. We're not really enjoying the event for what it is. And so this year we thought, okay, what about we do something different and we really try to do our part for the community. And that's how we came up with the tour. And for us, the tour is a way to connect with the people. Yes, at the races, doing activations at the races, but also between the races, visiting clubs, the major clubs, and I just said it, like, the whole industry tells us that cyclocross is dead or dying, but if you go to these pockets in the United States or in Canada where people love cyclocross, it's not dying at all.
No.
It's good. It's still thriving. There's so many kids doing it. There's many adults doing it, and so we wanted to highlight that and share the fever with the people who still love the sport. So that's why we did it now, and we're glad we're doing it. It's been really fun.
Yeah, and
maybe you have something to add.
Yeah, and I think when it comes to like the merch and the whole happening around the samples and all that stuff, last year she had a moment where she's like, oh, I want to do t-shirts, because we've always done like one drop a year, socks, t-shirt, whatnot. And she did t-shirts with a fella friend who's also a cyclist who designed them, and we sold out of 250 shirts in 24 hours. But we also realized it was the only thing cyclocross related people could buy to show on Monday morning at the office, or just be part of. Like, people want to be part of something. If you give them the opportunity to kind of, just be part of a group, be part of a niche area, they will. And so this was also why all the stuff, just so people can express their excitement for cyclocross by wearing things that say cyclocross on them.
yeah, it's like a band shirt.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
pretty
totally
much.
is.
Yeah.
Really quick, there's a lot different artists for these shirts, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to talk about that sometime in the future?
Yeah, I mean, the plan was to have, and if it hadn't been that busy, like, everyone would know about it already, but it's been so busy. So yes, like, every shirt is made by a different artist that is part of the cyclocross scene. So there's one by Chaz from San Francisco. There's one by Chris Namba, who's a mechanic for Raylan's team. There's one from Velo Color, which is a company from Canada. They do cyclocross too. So yeah, like, they're all from different artists, and that will come. You'll see more about it.
Yes.
Once this settles down a little.
When did you guys have to start planning?
The planning part is David's part. I'm gonna hand this mic out, but last spring, I think.
Yeah, we talked about that actually at this race last year. We came over and we said we were losing sponsors left and right. And we're like, well, if they don't want to sponsor racing anymore, will they sponsor a tour where we go in front of people, we go see the clubs, we actually put their products in front of the people that might buy it?
Yeah.
And then later on in the year, we had a little meeting with Jeremy Powers, who was probably the last in American cyclocross who did something similar. And J. Powell told us, like, hey, if you want to save cyclocross, or if you want to put a little bit of energy, I think you should go towards the pockets where cyclocross is big.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to blow on a fire that's already going than to start a fire.
Yeah.
And so last fall, we started thinking about that, and we started designing, like, thinking about the t-shirt, the merch, the stuffs we wanted to do, what we needed. And as of April, we really got going, like buying the trailer, setting up the trailer, organizing the things, and
April-ish. It's October.
I mean, and this whole thing is also part, like, we're trying to showcase the book that Maghalie wrote, which is also 15 lessons about her cyclocross career so far, and some never told before stories and all that. And that's been a year-long process. So I think it's safe to say a full year.
Yeah.
Like today, pretty much.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Was the book related to the whole thing? Like a tour for the book, or I want to write a book, so let's do a tour, or since I'm doing this tour, I should do a book?
I've always wanted to write a book, always. Yeah. And I've been thinking about the concept for the book for a long time. And when we decided to do the tour, I was like, now I need to write the freaking book. Like, it can't just be a dream anymore. Like, if we're gonna do this, it would be cool to have the book as like kind of a force pushing us to, and hopefully attracting people, because that's something different. That there have been books about cyclocross before, but I think the last one was Bill Shaik in 2012. So we felt like if there's something new, maybe that brings people to the tour. Maybe that's one more thing to add to the tour. So the tour pushed me to finally write the damn book.
That's amazing.
So it's also, what we've been doing with the tour is we go to these clubs, like on the Wednesday night or the Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday night between the races, we go to these kids clubs or adult club, and we help them kind of build their cyclocross skills, details or learn about cyclocross. And there's so much we could do in an hour or two. But the book is a continuation of that, you know, like you like what you did tonight, you love cyclocross, you want to learn more, you want to hear more cyclocross stories, you want to know more about racing in the heat and the cold, all that stuff. That's all covered in the books. It was also something that people could take and leave with, you know, to kind of keep learning. So they're all integrated.
Yeah, and it's also a beautiful book.
Thank you.
And so having it just on your coffee table,
Yes.
it's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm curious. So it's a hustle. It's a hustle. You're not racing and then putting your legs up all week and training occasionally. What are some skills that you use to make sure that you're coming as fresh as you can to the start line?
That is a good question. For me, it's paying attention to how my body is feeling and listening to that. So if it's too much, I like, first of all, the priority for me still is racing.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't sure when I came into the season, you know, we would see, but I still really love racing and I love performing at my best. So that is my priority, and that's, in my mind, the foundation of it all.
Yeah.
If the racing goes well for me, everything else can go better.
Yeah.
So that's my priority, and that's how I make the decisions. And then, listening to my body. Also, compartmentalization a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a hard word for me to say, but it's okay, this is the tour, this is the book, but again, priority is the racing. So I always have my schedule and I follow that to the minute, and like that way I'll never forget. You know, I don't forget things. I make sure I can race well, and everything throughout the week is planned according to racing well.
Yeah.
And then the other things are add-ons.
Yeah.
I also make sure to tell myself to come in relaxed, whatever the activity is, you know. Sometimes, like, for example, Friday night, like I was doing this clinic with the junior girls, and I could see everybody else that I'm racing against that were, you know, doing the training. And I'm here, like, standing on my legs until 8 p.m. cooking pasta for everybody and not pre-riding the course, pre-riding the juniors course, which is not the same. And so I have confidence that I've been doing it long enough that I don't need that. Like, if I have my own training before and I have like the morning to check out the course, that's enough. So when I come in for the juniors clinic, I make sure to take a moment to say, like, okay, stay calm, try to enjoy this moment, and tomorrow we're in race mode. So I try to like make these kind of separation, polarize the, I'm either locked in or fully locked out.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. David has some ideas.
That's the hustle right there. Just sold a book.
Yeah.
While recording a podcast. There's an hour left before the race.
Yeah.
That's how we compare.
But you also hustle, man. Like, everybody, that's the thing though. Everybody hustles right now.
What's interesting for me, as I've off and on for 10 years, 14 years, I've been trying to be the fastest bike racer that I can. And in the past 3 years, as my priorities and the way I have to hustle to make sure that I can be here has changed, the less locked in I am, I tend to race better. So, like yesterday, for example, I didn't have as much as I normally have had on the weekends, and I was just sitting there just like getting all in my head. And because I haven't had that space, I don't have the tools to be able to like, you know, focus it or whatever. And I find that not the more checked out I am, but the more fun and the more of myself I'm giving allows me to not have the pressure to race, and then I end up racing better. I wish I was a little bit different, because it'd be nice just to be a little bit more relaxed. But to your point, I do have my things. I have my non-negotiables. Or if I can't quite execute them, I can get close. We've been doing this a while.
Exactly. I mean, and I'm the same. Like, I also do better if I'm enjoying it. And it's easy to get in. Sometimes, like, actually, I've struggled with that in Europe at times. Like, when we have nothing else to do and no one else to hang out with, I get in my own head a little bit, and mostly I get bored. So here, like, is good for me, but also it can get on the other side where I put so much energy into others and to other things that I forget myself. So it's that balance that we're trying to play with. But
I mean, it sounds, based on the internet and obviously how you're riding, that it was a pretty good summer.
It was good,
and you're coming in with some pretty good form. How are you guys approaching either keeping it through the rest of the tour? Is there going to be some races where you're like, I'm going to be either tired from training or just in a block?
Yeah.
And how are you balancing North America versus, I'm assuming, World Cup, Worlds, Europe zone?
My biggest goals from now, like my first goal of this season was this USCX. I wanted to do well here. But from now on, my biggest goals are nationals and the first World Cup in Tabor. And after that, a few other World Cups and the World Champs. So, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I didn't want to interrupt.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Take your time.
Thank you. So those are the main goals. Yes, I might do some other races in the next block of the CX Fever Tour that I'm a little bit more tired.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes, but like the major goals for me, I would love to. I really want deeply, like in my heart, inside of me, I want to race at the front of World Cups again.
Yeah.
And so I'll do honestly everything I can to get there.
Yeah.
So that's my main priority. That's my main motivator. That's what I wake up thinking about every day. So. And I don't take that for granted. I'm so excited to have this passion back and to have this desire and this fire back. It feels so good and it's so fun to like think about how I can perfect my craft and get better. And so I want to pour my energy into that right now because I'm really excited about that.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is last question. For people in the sport who are looking for support and seeing less and less teams, what is one or two things that you would encourage people to do to have the hustle? What does hustle look like?
Do you have something? I'll think about it.
Yeah.
He probably has something.
Yeah, I think one of the main things for me is a lot of people think of, I am going to do these races and I have a dream and my partners, my sponsors, first people call them sponsors all the time. My sponsors are going to help me achieve that dream. We don't call them sponsors, we call the folks that support us partners because we try our best to support them as well. But I think people have to understand that the racing is the dream. The securing what your partners want, making sure you understand what they need from you, what they're in this for, is the job. And the job allows you to do the dream, not the other way around.
Yeah.
You know, unless you're Mathieu van der Poel, unless you've been winning every single race, then maybe, you know what, maybe just winning's enough.
Yeah.
But you gotta win a shit ton for winning to be enough. But think of what can I bring, you know? What can I bring to AHA? What can I bring to Mosaic? What can I bring to Challenge? That's different than you bring or that we bring to Challenge. Is it local? Is it international? Is it you're really good with mics? You're really good with videos, photos, whatever it is. What can you bring to those companies? Because there's a lot of people asking for a tiny little bit of things available out there from these companies. So I think people need to shift their focus towards what can I bring versus what can they give me.
Yeah.
Well said. I mean,
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's well said. And a good place to start for that is asking actually the people that you're working with, like what are your goals?
Yeah.
How can I help you achieve them? And also like what do you think I can bring to you? And let's work on that together. But like that conversation, that communication is important and it needs to be constant, I think.
Yeah. If there was a right answer, that's it. That's what I do too.
Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Maybe we do this again before the season's over.
Let's do it.
All right.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, guys.